Gonshi Fatai everyone, and in today's special Happy Chef episode we will be making a traditional Chinese rice cake, and let's look at the ingredients that we'll be using in today's video. So this is the ingredient list for this dish. So we have 300 grams of rice flour, 30 grams of corn flour, 600 grams of mouli, 300 milliliters of water. This water will be used for the rice flour, some dried shrimp, some beautiful dried mushrooms, shallots, a tablespoon of soy sauce, ground white pepper, some salt, and a shallot. We have 900 milliliters of water, which will be used to soak our beautiful mushrooms in and to cook with our mouli. So first we'll start prepping our mouli. So as you see, I have two here. So this is what it looks like when you buy it. So how we're going to do it is we're going to peel the skin and do it twice over. And this is the one I did earlier. It's really firm and very durable. So now, once you've peeled your mouli, we're going to top and tail our mouli and place and then chop it in half. And using a box grater, using this side, we're going to start grating it. So next, we're going to be doing our shallot. So we're going to top tail this and take off the skin, and then we're going to quarter it and then slice it. And we're going to finely slice our shallots. Now we're moving on to our shrimp and our mushrooms, as you see. With these, we're going to duxelle them, meaning really finely dicing them. So let's start with the shrimps. Just go through it once. And group it together and start slicing it like that. So with the mushrooms, because they were soaked in water, we're going to squeeze them in our palms of our hands and try and get all the excess water out, and then start to duxelle. Do the same as with the shrimps. Go through it once, and go through it a second time. Now this is what you should all get. So we have our duxelle shrimps, some of our sliced shallots, our duxelle of mushrooms, and our grated mouli. So now let's start with the rice flour. So what we've got is that 300 grams of rice flour with our 300 mils of water. We're just going to add it in and whisk it, slowly incorporating the two elements together, and they'll start to become like a really thick mixture. As you see, it's starting to thicken up, and that's a good sign. So once it goes to this sort of consistency, set to one side. So now back to our rice flour mixture. So once it from there that we left off, we can now add our corn flour into our mix, and then same again to fully incorporate everything into it. Now we're going to start frying all our ingredients together. So we're going first lightly brown our shallots. Then once they're lightly browned, we're going to add our dried mushrooms with our duxelle of dried shrimps into it to make a more enforced flavour. Now, once it's browned like that, we're going to then add our mouli into it. And then, because the mouli also has a bit of water, add the water into it. And then we're going to also now add our water. Later. So once all the ingredients have cooked a bit, we can now add our soy sauce, a bit of salt for taste, and a bit of white pepper for a bit of spice. Let's first incorporate that. Then now we can now add our water, sun-dried from our dried mushroom. And let that cook out for a bit. So once it's cooked out a bit, we're going to add our very hot liquid into our very cold rice flour. Moving from the balloon whisk, we're going to be using more of a flexible tool, the spatula. So we can move all this out and then pour it in. our mixture in very slowly. So as you see, if you think it's a bit too thin, as I believe this mix is slightly a bit too runny from myself, we're going to just pour it back into the frying pan and let it cook out for a bit longer. So the water evaporates. So while that's cooking away, we're going to line a bowl that you want to steam your rice cake in. So I've just lined a cake tin. I'm going to be putting it into a rice cooker. So I've lined that with some cling film, put a bit of oil, and then just put the just rub it around the side so it doesn't stick to the cling film. So this is the consistency that you need to achieve. It looks more like a cake mix. Now we're going to pour our mix into our cake lined. So once you've moved all your mix into your wherever you're paying to steam, just make sure you just flatten it out somewhat, and then put into our steamer rice cooker. If you're using one of these, I would do 4 cups of water into our rice cooker. And we'll wait until that is ready to be opened up. So it's been about 40 minutes to an hour, and let's see on what our rice cake looks like. Wow! So that's what it looks out between taking 40 to an hour cooking in my rice cooker, and it looks amazing. And we're going on to our next step. So now we're going to add a bit of sesame oil, from preventing it from cracking. You don't want to add too much, just a very, very little amount. Like that. And we're going to use our pastry brush to just make sure everywhere goes. So we've left this overnight and taken it out of the mould. So we're going to add another layer of sesame oil so it prevents it from cracking. then now we're going to, when storing it, you really want to clean from this. Like so. And you can store this for about 1 week in the fridge. And I wouldn't recommend freezing this because it doesn't taste as good. So now we're going to show you, I'll show you how to cook a traditional mooli rice cake. As you see, our mooli rice cake is here. So we're going to slice a bit of this. Making sure that when you have your knife to smear it with a bit of oil from the rice cake here. So now we're going to slice this. So you want to do about a finger length to slice your mooli rice cake. So now we're going to start pan frying our mooli rice cake, and with this you really want a good sear, meaning a good, a nice brown, a light brown on both sides. So this is our finished product, our mooli rice cake, topped with a bit of sweet chili sauce to give it a nice sweet and hot flavour to our mooli rice cake. The mooli rice cake having a bit of a crunchy outside because of the good sear. So this is the end of the episode of this very, very special episode of this how to making a traditional mooli rice cake. And hopefully you guys will now know how to make it. And I wish everyone to have a 新年快乐. And before I go, this is going to be my snack as well. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share and subscribe to the Happy Chef YouTube channel. Stay happy and enjoy cooking.